This is an overview of the Student and Parent Handbook. Each family will need to sign off on this handbook. This may first seem like a lot of information, but first it's just a welcome letter from our friendly principal over at IHLA, Terry. She just gives us a little welcome. She's great to work with. And then there's a calendar overview of the year. This is handy to have if you want to follow this schedule. If you want to have different holidays, that's fine too, but keep in mind that your teachers might not be available during these times. Overture Learning is a partnership between the Idaho Home Learning Academy, certified teachers, and you as parents. And all together, we're going to make a team to help support your children in their learning. The handbook reminds parents that this is a big commitment, especially on time. On average, parents might spend 20 to 30 hours per week. And children also need to be committed at home to being diligent to their schoolwork and being willing to submit that schoolwork in their reports. All Idaho Home Learning Academy students are required to submit the same forms. This includes birth certificates, immunization forms or exemptions to those immunizations, and also includes a commitment to honesty and medical information, because we do have field trips, and residency, because you have to be in the state of Idaho to participate in this program. FERPA is a protection for your privacy, and there's also a home language survey so we know what language is spoken in the home. We also want to make sure that an IEP or 504 is attached to your child's file if they have those in place, and we also need to have you sign off on this handbook. Next, there's an overview of curriculum. With our program at Overture, really the sky's the limit on what you choose to do for your curriculum. You can choose religious or non-religious curriculum, but only those that are non-religious will be reimbursed. There's a set of standards that the state wants us to meet, and so the curriculum choice needs to, in some way, line up with those standards. You also need to have adequate internet, which is about 1.5 megabits per second or more. Also, none of the IHLA partners, once they've reimbursed for any curriculums, they cannot ask for that money to be repaid, although they can ask for equipment to be returned. But Overture doesn't even ask for any equipment to ever be returned. Anyone partnered with Idaho Home Learning Academy is required to submit lesson plans. What this looks like is every 2 weeks, at the beginning, you go into Overture's system and you select a learning goal or lessons, and you line up those learning goals to a date. That is the goal of when you plan to complete that. You'll want to submit the content of how this will be achieved and also an assessment idea of how that is going to be assessed. At the end of the 2 weeks, you're going to submit that by maybe a picture and a little description, and then the teacher will go ahead and assign a grade given a rubric. This portfolio piece acts as both attendance and evidence of proficiency in meeting learning goals. For this reason, there is a late work policy. All work must be submitted on time, or there's a 10% deduction up to 5 days. If 2 Fs are assigned, parents receive a warning letter. If 3 Fs, parents are asked to sign a recommitment plan. And if 4 Fs, families are dismissed from the program. There are also opportunities through Idaho Home Learning Academy, such as teacher office hours, where you can schedule live Zoom meetings with the teacher using their calendar. There is also a student success team for students struggling academically. IHLA is an advanced opportunity for 7th and 8th graders looking to start earning high school credits. There are only 2 tests listed in the handbook for grades K through 8 students. This is the end of the year ISAT for grades 3 through 8 and the twice a year Idaho Reading Indicator for grades K through 3. There's a lot of support available through Idaho Home Learning Academy. There's you as parents, there's a certified teachers, student success team, and special education and counseling. However, there are these words of caution. Cheating isn't tolerated, neither is plagiarism, and you have to be willing to do the work in order to stay in the program. Idaho Home Learning Academy has an open door policy when it comes to listening to parents. Go ahead and share your ideas, share your suggestions, your grievances. They hope to have a listening ear. The handbook closes with a few disclosures. By law, abuse will be reported, and we don't discriminate on a lot of bases like race, gender, religion. Records will be kept secure. Thank you for reviewing this student and parent handbook. We're excited to work with you at Idaho Home Learning Academy, partnered with Overture Learning.